So I've talked about weird kids books in the past, like Captain Underpants being a pervert and Amelia Bedelia being a psycho bitch, but today I have some more books I want to talk about. The first one is The Giving Tree. This tree should be locked up. I don't know how you'd lock up a tree, but we gotta figure it out because the first page is once there was a tree and she loved the little boy. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but trees take a minimum of 20 to 30 years to grow, and they last forever. This tree could be 83 years old for all we know. So off rip, the tree's a pedophile. And the page after that says every day the boy would come, so there's that. But the story continues and the kid goes from swinging on tree branches, which that is not how you swing from a branch, and he would play King of the Forest, whatever the fuck that is. Weird ass game, but the kid grows up and he doesn't have time for the tree anymore, and the tree's sad, so the tree gives him apples to sell for money, then branches to build a house, and I don't know what kind of fucked up house he's building with just straight up branches, but I guess that works. Then the tree gets cut down to make a boat, and finally the tree's just a stump, and now the boy's an old man, and the tree's like, bro, you took all my shit, I got nothing left to give you. But the guy's like, that's chill, I'ma just sit on you. And at the end it says the tree was happy, probably because the tree was munching on that old man ass crack. But that's the end of the book, and I think the moral is that when you become old, you should sit on a tree stump. The second one is Where the Wild Things Are. So the book starts off with this furry named Max, and he's just causing problems around the house. He's hanging stuffed animals, he's chasing dogs with forks. So he got sent to his room, and apparently while he was in his room, a forest grew, and then water came in, and then he was on a boat, and he landed on an island with these ugly ass creatures, and he becomes like the king of them, and all this happens in a matter of seconds. And I think he must have chugged like some cough syrup on his way back, because I don't know how he's tripping this hard as a kid, but he's chilling with these wild things, and then he smells food, and he's like, yo, that shit smells mad good, and then he leaves the wild things and goes back to his room, and there's a bowl of soup on his table, and that's the end. And I'm not sure what the moral of this book really is, but I think it can be summed up to this: soup goes hard. The third book is The Cat in the Hat. It's a classic book, but when you reread it as an adult, it's pretty insane. It starts off with two kids sitting alone on a rainy day, and this human-sized cat man walks into their house like it's nothing and basically says, I want to show you some tricks and your mom won't mind if I do. And that's the first red flag. If a stranger was in your house with your parents gone and was like, hey kids, you want to see a trick? Your mom won't mind. Whoa, how did you make it get big like that? He would be in jail in 5 seconds, but if a cat man does it, it's fine apparently. But luckily, we got a talking fish, and he tells the cat to get the fuck out of the house, but the cat just starts balancing him on shit to get him to stop talking, which is probably the most disrespectful thing you can do to someone. Imagine you're in an argument with someone, and they're like, bro, stop talking, and 5 seconds later, you find yourself balancing on top of an umbrella and a birthday cake. That's the most disrespectful thing you can do to a person. So after that, the cat brings in a box, and when he opens it, these two little cracked out fucks called Thing 1 and Thing 2 run out. I can only imagine how long they've been in that box waiting to be free. And then finally the cat leaves and the mom comes back home, and the kids are like, do we tell her what happened? Do we tell her a cat broke into the house and did all this shit? And they obviously can't, because if they did, the next day the mom would be like, so tell the doctor what happened yesterday. So there was like a cat that was 6 feet tall with a big hat, and he came in our house and started balancing our talking fish. Oh yeah, and then he brought in two little guys that started running around and flying kites. Yeah, and then they left a big mess, but he had a giant cleaning machine to clean everything up before mom came home, so that's why she didn't see any of the mess. I see. Well, if you put on these fun little jackets and follow my assistant, we'll bring you to a nice safe place you can hang out with all these fun little critters in your brain. How does that sound? That sounds amazing. So yeah, those are just some more weird kids books. If there's any more I should talk about, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great fucking day.